Shalom, shalom. Wait for the brothers and the sisters. Try to get on real quick. I gotta check to see if the sound is the way I want it. The sound is good. Shalom, family. The sound is good. Shalom, family. Oh yeah, I can hear. I can hear pristine. This is even more of a correction video, but not just even that. You know, you see the title, Unbelievers. Unbeliever will be destroyed. You know, first, you know, a lot of people claim that they believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but truly don't, will be destroyed. Right? Hold on 1 second. I gotta fix this. Okay. So I got a video that I'm uploading. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that is actually uploaded. It's a video of this brother and another brother, or maybe they're the same, that's saying Jacob trouble already happened. We already went through my trouble. We ain't going through it, man. We smooth sailing right now, you know, and didn't bring out no scriptures. Okay. So the first verse I'm gonna bring out before we play this interesting video, the brother is basically saying the MOTB was put in the Bible, but this man in another video is saying Jesus, 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 or he'll say the Most High. The brother would say the Most High, right? I think I want to bring out this one first. Let me see. Do I want this one first? I might come to this one later. Let's go to Romans 11:8. Excuse me. Okay. Peace, brother. Shalom. Shalom. Romans 11:8. It says, according as it is written, God have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Right. So a lot of people have a spirit of slumber on them where they sleep and they can't see it. The brother would say that they put it in there because this MOTB, this charagma, would be too obvious. Now, something that I had said when it came to the CVC, you know, the CV, the vacky, they have multiple vaccies, flu, this and that. Your kids got to take all of those things. It's natural. It's common sense that they making these and da. But guess what? When COVID came out, lowly, I know what I'm talking about, the C-19, multiple people, celebrities on down, even niggas in the hood, multiple niggas and females in the hood, CNA workers, they took the Johnson & Johnson lotion. And it was obvious about this vacky that they was making them. They made them so quick, but people still took them. So when it comes to this MOTB, I'm not here to force anybody. It's all about book, chapter, verse, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai's word over all of us. Before I get into this video of Mr. Shabadaba Ding Dong, he don't bring out no verse. Look at the time that you're in. Technology is on an all-time high. So simple. I'm on YouTube doing a video. You could be in the UK, you could be in Canada, you could be in Australia, and you could watch my video. We could go to my settings and you'll see I have more people in Japan watching me than people in the United States. So look how the word can spread through the digital web faster than me traveling somewhere and going to teach this word, right? Then we're using technology to go teach this word. You're using certain technologies to swipe your card or to pay for your food or clothes online, where you could pay with your phone. You go to certain stores, you could just tap. How common sense that is. We can't sit here and say, hey, look, if they change the money, change birth certificates, change your health care, and put it on the device, and you got to insert that in your hands, in your face, you can't see that, which technology we see right in front of us now. Some people are not going to get it because they are spiritually in slumber. So let's play this clip before we go into precepts and then correct what he says is not real. So because of my screen is going to freeze. So you can see the title of this video. You could go on the Hopeful Elect 3, beautiful channel. They sing the same song. They watching the same teachers as me. So I would definitely say you should definitely subscribe to this channel, the Hopeful Elect 3. And this is the video. It just got uploaded. So behind the scenes, I'm going to play it on my laptop. So my computer do not glitch or cut off or whatever. Okay. So just bear with it. Low will you can hear it. I'm going to turn the volume as loud as I can, and we'll play what Shabba Dabba Ding Dong got to say.
All praise to the Most High, all praises to our Heavenly Father, all praises, right? So the Most High gave me this download, I think like late last night or early in the AM, early in the rising. But there will not be a mark of I'll repeat it. I'll repeat this again. There will not be a mark of They put that in the Bible to make you believe that you have more time than you really do, because if your mindset is like, oh, we can't be at the end yet because the market hasn't happened, then you think that you have more time than you really do. Not only that, if they were to actually implement a mark of the system, dude, that would be too obvious. Nobody would go for that. Everybody would rebel against that. Nobody would go for that. At all. They made it up. They put it in the Bible. All praise to the Most High. That make you think. I'll say it again. That make you think or believe that you have more time than you really do. We are at the end. Everything, I believe, 99% of Bible prophecy has already happened. And yeah, there's going to be some things that still happen, and right? Yeah, we're seeing that now with the weather, and yeah, sure. But a lot of it has already happened. They have to keep you SLEEP for as long as possible, for as long as they possibly can. So they can take your SOUL can go right with them. With that, I digress. I yield. Black Americans are the real children of Israel, the real Jews, the JEWSs, the real indigenous Americans, indigenous to the Americas, from the same tribe as Jesus Christ, or Yahweh, or Yahusha, or Yeshaya. All praise to the Most High.
We might play that video again. First and foremost, I'm not going to believe or truly listen to somebody or take what they're saying if they don't truly know the name of the Lord and sticking to one name. You know, I had a problem with that, saying Jesus. I went to jail and I was hearing all these names. But now that the Lord put me in the right area, teachers that's constantly feeding and singing the same song, it allowed me to stick to this name and actually teach it. You know, I'm not ashamed. The elder apostles of Great Millstone, they're very keen on constantly studying, feeding the sheep, especially if you have the ability of teaching, right? Let alone teaching in the name of the Lord. Because if this is the end time, because it is, we should be in the time of getting the name and speaking in the name, right? You're not only getting back the doctrine, you're not only getting back your inheritance of knowing who you is. It's not that, oh, I know I'm an Israelite, I'm from the tribe of Judah. You can know that and be confident in that, but you can't be confident in the name of the Lord, right? So right there and then we know that this man is either a bug out, really, or he's really just truly asleep. He don't know what name it is, right? And when he say Yahushua or Yeshua, but he's saying all praise to the Most High, he's calling the Most High Yahushua or Yeshua, right? But then again, he's saying the MOTB was put in so that you can see that time is longer. Everything in the scriptures has a point in time, right? So I want to go to this too, right? Because a prophecy is a prediction of the future, right? You got prophecies that's not saying, oh, this is going to happen in 5 months, 2 months. Prophecies is basically predicting the future, right? See, I'm going to keep it in the KJV, but I'm going to be able to show you. I'm going to read it twice. I'm going to read it in the NLT and the KJV, right? Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Now, when we're doing lessons, even if it sounds deep, we're supposed to give you this understanding and make it plain upon tables, right? Now, everybody is not going to get it. This is why it makes so much sense. Why would we debate? Why would we even call it a debate? If you say you're a believer and you might not know something and you like, hey, can you give me an answer to this? Because I don't see it. The whole point of really teaching this word is so that somebody can leave with understanding. Hear something that they didn't know and get the sense of it and be like, oh, that's what it is. You know what? Just because you brought that out, let me reread those same scriptures and let me see it too, right? That's what this is about, so that you can walk and believe in the same song, right? Because this truth is supposed to be plain upon tables, and it's only for the elect, right? And as an example, this brother, in some cases, might not be of the elect, right? The brother not bringing out no scriptures because he's supposed to run with the correct message, and that message come out the Bible. It says, for the vision is yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. So let's read this verse in the NLT, right? In the NLT, it says, this vision is for a future time, right? That's what prophecy is. It's a prediction of future events. It describes the end. It will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently for it. Surely it take place and it will not be delayed, right? Now, some people will be like, hey, this is not the chapter you go into the MOTB. This is a different book. This is pertaining to something else. To get understanding, we get precepts. So if we're talking about the MOTB, yes, you have certain devices that's like the MOTB, but in Revelation 13, it's going to be mandatory. And if you don't take it, you'll be put to death. So literally, we're not in the time of the MOTB being mandatory, right? This is a future event. So we go to precepts that describes of prophecies being for a future event, or it's for appointed time, right? So they're going to take place. They're not going to delay because everything has appointed time. When Paul, he was a little boy, right, or a young Hebrew, right? His father was a Pharisee, right? And he watched Stephen get stoned in the book of Acts. He was called to be a Pharisee, but truly through the Spirit, he was called to be apostle for the Gentiles, right? The Gentile Israelites, right? But it wasn't his time yet until Yahushua blinded Paul when he was on his way to Damascus, right? Yahushua blinded him, and then eventually so on and so on. And then he got into this ministry and started doing the work, So he was already called in the time of Isaiah, just like Isaiah prophesied of Yahushua, right? And other prophets did. Ezra prophesied about Yahushua, let alone he seen a vision of him, you know? Second Ezra is the 7th chapter. Ezra speaks of Yahushua. Yahushua came to play, 400 years later on, right? When Yahushua died, the next one you know, Paul was called, but through the Spirit, he was already known. So that's like a future prophecy, man, right? The Paul wasn't put into place until it was for his time to be an apostle. So the same with that, the same with Moses. Israel was in Egypt for like 400 years. When you calculated the time of Moses taking them out, it was probably like 430 years, right? It was appointed time. The Lord didn't have Moses come and get them and take them out before that 400 that was prophesied to Abraham in Genesis, the 15th chapter. Now, I'm going on this tangent just so that you can understand Isaiah 28, precept upon precept, here a little, there a little. The reason why I'm going here is to show you that the MOTB is a future prophecy, and it will happen. Now, I don't know if all of y'all that's watching this video now or later, if you understand what Esau does. He promotes things, and then later on he establishes it. Do anybody know the time when they were promoting water bottles or water on TV, and everybody, all of us, was drinking water out our house fountain where that water tastes delicious, and you was drinking water out your house fountain, right? And then the next thing you know, they started creating water, Poland water, this water, and now everybody can go get water bottles, right? They promote these things. You know, you remember when it was a nigga league football, and next thing you know, they couldn't make money out of it. Then they dropped the nigga league. What is it? Globe Trotters, right? So on and so on. Now look at us now. Jake can get in the NFL, right? Things are promoted before they're pushed out. Cell phones, they got promoted and then they got pushed out, right? The LGB community, the Sweet Tooth Bandits, before they, before they were able to get married, they promoted it in the government house when Barack Obama made that little executive order or whatever about same-sex marriage. Now it's pushed out. So the MOTB is being promoted on different levels. You got journalists, you got people that got podcasts that's speaking about these things. It's going to happen because now we're seeing the promotion of technology, right? So again, this is a future event. Let's just hear again what Donald Duck said real quick, and then we'll get some more precepts.
Early in the AM, early in the rising, but there will not be a mark of. I'll repeat it. I'll repeat this again. There will not be a mark of. They put that in the Bible to make you believe that you have more time than you really do, because
nobody is teaching that you have more time. Because you're talking about the MOTB, you put in the fear to, like, you should be getting your faith in order, right? Let me get this real quick, right? Because if you don't tell somebody the blood is on your man, there's so many scriptures coming to mind. Ezekiel 3, Ezekiel 33, right? If somebody is not warning you of your wickedness, or somebody not warning you of the sword coming, the judgment is going to be on you. So let's go to this Revelations 21, right? I want to go to this because unbelievers are going to be destroyed, right? And this is a prime example of not believing, right? You got to dissect something, right? And again, when I play the video again, you don't hear this brother bringing out not 1 or 2 or 3 scriptures. So this is Revelations chapter 21. And I'll start at verse 6. It says, he said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, which is his power, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, in the abominable, and the murderers, and the whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death, right? So starting with Israel, 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17, judgment is going to happen in the house of Israel. So if you are unbelieving, if you're not believing in Yahushua, let alone his name, right, you're going to be destroyed, right? People would say, oh man, brother, oh man, you're making the name a doctrine. Guess what? The name is a doctrine. This is nothing new. I cannot make this no doctrine. I'm nothing. I'm a lower level brother in this thing. This is not a new doctrine. I didn't make up something new. I am not famous. I'm not in this thing to be famous, right? You have to know what the scriptures is even saying, right? When we go to Acts, let's just get this real quick because I'm bringing up the name. You got to believe in them because it says in I think it's Acts 4. It's only one name under the heavens that we're saved under, right? And if a brother is on here, definitely put that verse. You know what I need. You know what I want. And if not, I'll get it, right? Let's go to Acts chapter 5, and we can go. I don't want to, go too long with it. So this is Acts 5. Yeah, let's start at verse 25. It says, Then came one and told them, saying, Behold, the men whom ye put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people. Then went the captain with the officers and brought them without violence, for they feared the people, lest they should have been stoned. And when they had brought them, they set them before the council and the high priest and asked him, saying, Did not we straitly command you that ye should not teach in this name? And behold, ye have filled Jerusalem with your doctrine and intend to bring this man's blood upon us. Why would they not? What was his name? Because when he got on that cross, it was 3 languages written on that cross. And the first one was Hebrew, Greek, and then Latin. So Israelites spoke Hebrew. Yes, brothers, people will say, yeah, they spoke Hebrew, but they spoke other languages. That is not the point. But okay, if you want to go with that, yes, they did. But what was the Hebrew Israelites' original tongue? Paleo-Hebrew, which is just ancient Hebrew, right? So Yahushua name, which Mary and Joseph spoke Hebrew, the angel gave him a name, which was Yahushua. Now, when we go line this up in Matthew 1 and 21, and we go to the interlinear or the meaning of that name, then we go to the root word, which is going to lead us to Numbers 13 and 16, which is the name of Jeshua, right? In English, we say Joshua, but it's Jeshua. But that's modern Hebrew. When we go into the root word of it, and it shows you in this same app, it shows you the correct word for Joshua. When you line it up and actually go to the modern Hebrew, is going to say Yahweh Shai. So what was on that cross? Yahweh Shai, then his name in Greek and in Latin. So in this same time, we supposed to be teaching in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? First and foremost, right? So if we're not believing in this name, we're an example of a non-believer, right? So since I see somebody didn't drop it, let me get this real quick. Acts, the 4th chapter. Just go a chapter backwards. Acts chapter 4 and verse 12. It says, Neither is there salvation in any other, because this is talking about the nation of Israel. Plain, right? You stop right there. Neither is there salvation in any other, right? There's no salvation in any other nation, right? So directly, they're giving us this information of knowing that salvation is only for Israel, right? And this brother just said the real tribe of the real Jews. But what about the rest of Israel, right? It's 12 tribes. It's not just only Judah. It's not just only niggas, right? It's the Latinos, the Hispanics, and the natives. Beautiful tribes, beautiful women, handsome men, right? It's not just only African Americans, man, right? It says, For there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So it's truly one name that we're going to be saved under. One name, right? So we're not believing in a name. We're not believing in the Son, right? We're not believing in the Father. We're not believing in the Rakakwadash, right? You're going to be destroyed. If you're not believing in these prophecies or you're trying to contradict it, let's go to Isaiah 8:20 real quick. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably read this, so I'm going to read it in the NLT too, right? So it can stick a little more, right? It says, to the law and to the testimony of Yahushai, Revelation 19 and 10, right? What is the spirit of Yahushai? Prophecy. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, right? Why this brother in this video didn't bring out not one verse, right? It says, look to God's instructions and teachings. People who contradict his word are completely in the dark, right? So this brother contradicting his word, now he want to say through the spirit that what he trying to say through the spirit, but he's not moved by the Rakakwadash, that they put it in. They put it in. And now brothers is teaching to prolong it. We can't prolong your captivity. Yahushai, yes, the Lord is showing signs that we're about to be delivered. But none of us, because we're teaching about the MOTB, saying, I don't want to be here for another week, another month. But brothers is teaching what the word say. Because if we're not speaking according to this word, there's no light in us. Everything has its point of time. Right? Everything has its point of time. Now, I got another precept in my head, but I think this one just left me. So I'm going to go to this one. Because again, the brother's not bringing out any precepts on it. And before we even leave and close this video, we're going to make sure that we bring out the MOTB. 1 Thessalonians 5:21, prove all things and hold fast to which is good, right? So now I'm going to prove something that the scriptures all together, right? Yahweh made sure that this word was divine. Now, yes, it's in other languages where if you are studying, you can fix it. It is clerical errors like Deuteronomy 23:7. That one, and then Doug the Edomite, that's a clerical error. But you have to be a student. You have to be studying to be able to find those things out, right? So again, the whole Bible is accurate. Now, of course, we want to compare texts to make sure that it's sticking, making sure we understand. But you have to know all these scriptures. 2 Timothy 3:16 was inspired by the Lord, right? So for 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19 to 21, we have also a more sure word of prophecy, whereunto ye do well that ye take heed, as unto a light that shineth in a dark place until the day dawn, and the day star arise in your hearts. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures is of any private interpretation. For the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Rakakwadash. How can Esau put a charagma in this when the first book, which was the Wycliffe Bible, printed in the printing press in 1455, the Winsburg press? You telling me that these fools said, oh, the mark of the beast. Technology was nowhere near it was in 1455. 1742, 1902, technology was nowhere near. So how can they bring out, because brothers is talking about a device that's going to be implanted in you, right? A microchip implanted in you. Technology had to evolve, and it took many years, many days for us to get to where we at right now in 2025. So for a brother to say that they put that in the scriptures, Esau don't even have a prophetic spirit to really know the future unless he's dealing with the left-hand side, which he is, right? But even the Rothschild said to this journalist or this news dude, saying that he wanted to chip everybody so that he can control the money and everything else, because they don't fully have full control because it's no money trace. A drug dealer can be a drug dealer. When they try to put a control on who spends and what they got, they're going to use technology to surveillance those things. Technology was nowhere where it was at for them to say, oh, let me put this in the word. Let's make it easy for them. Jake is still going to be Jake. Do you know Jake is more attached to money than to really say, oh, that's the MOTB in the scriptures? You think that they're going to say this is the MOTB? They're going to call it a certain name, right? It's certain celebrities said if they came out with an MOTB, I'm taking it because where my money going? You got celebrities saying this, right? So let's go back to Mr. Shabba Ding Dong's video.
To make you believe that you have more time than you really do, because if your mindset is like, oh, we can't be at the end yet because the market hasn't happened, then you think that you have more time than you really do. Not only that, if they were to actually implement a mark of the system, dude, nobody, that would be too obvious. Nobody would go for that. Everybody would rebel against that. Nobody would go for that. At all.
Now, he said everybody will rebel, I guess, against this MOTB. Everybody didn't rebel about the vacuum, and it was obvious. It was right in front of us. Some of us didn't do the research or understanding that they put in pork, they put in metal, they put in lead, all in these vacuums. Mad people died, and guess what? Some people that still wanted to be a nurse or a CNA, some of them still took it.
They made it up. They put it in the Bible. All praise to the Most High. To make you think. I'll say it again. To make you think or believe that you have more time than you really do.
He said to make you believe that you have more time. Wow. If they did that, why would the Lord allow us to see Revelations 12 and 12? Right? Because if I was a so-called Edomite, I'm so glad I'm not. All praise to Yahweh. I'm so glad. Them test two albums, so glad. But if I was, wouldn't it be smart to take some of these things out? But guess what? None of us truly have power to bump up against the Lord. Acts 5 and 39. Even if you do, you're fighting against the Lord. So what this brother is doing through the Spirit, he fighting against the Lord, right? Because some peanut butter and jelly bell nigga is going to actually listen to this, right? Revelations 12 and 12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. This is a good verse to even go with Jacob's trouble, right? Because to push forth that MOTB is going to put wrath upon us, because Esau is going to look at who's going to stick in this system. Don't you know the vacuum was a certain experiment to see who will fall or who would yield to their decree of saying it was mandatory. We couldn't go into certain buildings. Don't you know a lot of us just said, fuck, I ain't going nowhere. A lot of us sat on our butt and got unemployment for it. I was one of those, because I'm not about to get that. You know, I haven't even took the flu shot. The only time I did is when my daughter was born, for her to go to school, and I was tight for that. My oldest daughter, right? But literally, the whole mode is for them to bring you in their system. So this brother's saying that brothers is bringing this out to tell you got more time. But if we bring this out, you really don't got much time, because the devil is moving quickly, because he don't. Now we're in a time where technology is skyrocketing. Cars is driving themselves. Go watch the movie Upgrade. This is a MOTB type of movie, but instead of having it in your hand or your forehead, you have it in your back, right? They got some celebrity, got that one girl from Get Out. Wait, no, wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, this is not it. Hold on, Salaki family. Hold on. Don't play with me now. Come on now. Don't do me like that. Come on, man. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Now when I want to go look up, okay, upgrade implant. See, they trying to come on, man. Experimental chip implant. See, this is way. Thinking of a new movie upgrade implant. You're likely referring to the field upgrade. Okay, I guess I did a little extra. I said upgraded. It's on Netflix. Salaki family. Why is it? Yep, right here. This movie right here. This movie right here. You can go watch it. You can go watch it for yourself. Right? Let's see if they'll give us the information. Right here. A brutal mugging leaves great Trace paralyzed in the hospital and his beloved wife dead. A billionaire inventor soon found her Trace a cure, an artificial intelligent implant called STEM that will enhance his body and now able to walk, right? Gray finds that he also has superhuman strength and agility skills he uses to seek revenge against the thugs who destroyed his life. So they got little movies about it. Even though this is a back implant, you got another movie called The Implant. Both of these are back implants. Now, of course, Esau trying to get crafty. They got one on YouTube called The New World Order, where they get tattoos on their hand and their forehead to buy and sell. I don't know how you gonna buy and sell with a damn tattoo. This is the movie called Implant, and both of them is almost basically the same because the implant talks to him and tell him what to do. Right? Look, it says a struggling young woman is implanted with an experimental AI chip. She must fight to survive when it takes control. Right? Guess what? Soon as I start seeing Esau promote the MOTB on YouTube and TV in certain movies, these movies came out. The first one I showed you, Upgrade, that is on Netflix. Some of the actors in there are well known, especially the female cop. She was on the movie Get Out. Now, I'm not saying that the chip is just like this because it's not going to be in your back. It's going to be in your forehead, connected to your thoughts and your hands, right? And you already got Elon Monkey or Elon Musk, Salaki, where he made a freaking brain implant where a dude used it that was paralyzed and played Madden for 8 hours with his mind. Brothers is not adding this in the scriptures, right? Because we can see it. So now, devil got a short time that brother's wrong where he said brothers want to make like you got longer time. No, the hell we don't. We're in the hands of wicked people. They're moving at a fast pace because they know they got a short time. I'm in the human flesh. I can't speed no damn time, right? Let's go to the next chapter. Let's go to the next chapter. So going down to Revelations, the 16th verse, Revelations 13:16. It says, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which goes into high size stigma. Stigma is a physical puncture or a piercing, right? Or a prick, right? Which you can go to etymology and actually go to that word. But reading this in other translations, because it could be somebody watching this like, no, that's not physical. That's sin. That's spiritual. Esau is not spiritual. Exodus 9:4 is spiritual, right? But this is actual, it's saying the beast. When you go to Revelations 1 all the way down, this is talking about ancient Rome system to the new Rome system, Mystery Babylon system, and they're following the same system as Rome. Back then in Rome, they would brand their servants the same as slave masters did in America to make sure they knew who you belong to. If a slave girl looked good and they didn't want you to be sold because they was having sex with her, they would brand her face. That's in old time. That didn't have nothing to deal with buying and selling, right? You watch the TV show Spartacus. You getting branded on your arm to see who you belong to, right? The gladiator brotherhood, right? But this is talking about a new branding where you're able to buy and sell, right? Let me read 17 first in a different translation, right? If you go to NLT, it says, no one could buy. Let's read that again. No one could buy or sell anything without that mark, which was either the name of the beast or the number representing his name, right? So, of course, the beast is really an Edomite, right? Because it's the Edomite system. When Yahushua come, Esau's going to rule, or the number representing his name. What's the number? The 666, which goes into high psi stigma. Now, first, before I get that representing, so it says the beast name or the number representing his name, which all goes into a physical mark, right? AMP, the Amplified Bible, in that no one will be able to buy or sell except the one who has the mark, either the name of the beast or the number of his name. It just said no one will be able to buy or sell except that one had the mark. That's very plain, right? So now I want to show, before we even show the charagma, because it keeps saying the number or his name. Let's get that so y'all can see what stigma is. You know, again, these videos that brothers do, we don't do it to force anybody. We do it to edify you. And if you believe, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. This brother, he ain't getting it. So high psi stigma. Right. So let's look up stigma. Etymology.com. Let's look up stigma. So the stigma is a few things that we're going to read on this that stick out. So stigma is a noun, a mark made on the hand by burning with a hot iron. Guess what? Greeks did that. The Romans did that. Even in the beginning of America, they'll mark you with a burning hot rod, right? But that didn't have nothing to do with buying and selling, right? A mark of a pointed instrument. This is stigma, right? A mark of a pointed instrument. A tattoo, a mark brand, right? It even says to stick, puncture, right? So look at this. It says to stick, to stick. So now when we go down here, they give you the verb for the word stick. Stick goes into pierce, to puncture, just the same as stigma, to stab with a weapon. When you go get you a shot, they're using a syringe, I believe I'm saying it right, to give you your shot. If they want to take blood, they're testing blood, they put the syringe in your arm to your vein to get blood. Guess what? They're puncturing you, which is a stab, right? It says pierce, to prick, be sharp, right? And this all goes into what we just read for stigma, right? To prick and to puncture, right? A pointed instrument, right? Very plain and simple, because I can look at the time that we're in now, where you can just automatically pay for stuff by just tapping your credit card, right? So let's listen to this brother again. Again, Lord willing, I don't have to drown you guys in every precept.
We are at the end. Everything, I believe, 99% of Bible prophecy has already happened. Already happened.
This man said 99 point. Let me hear what this dude just said.
Really do. We are at the end. Everything, I believe, 99% of Bible prophecy has already happened.
No. Right now, yes, we have some of Old Testament that was prophesied about Yahushua. Certain things did get fulfilled, but all didn't. If especially you saying 80, if you saying 98, we would have already been in Jacob's trouble. All didn't. I don't see everything from what I'm thinking in my mind. Everything, especially when he talks about prophecy, hasn't been fulfilled. Right? Especially if you saying 98, us getting glorified bodies, right? The chosen being known, freaking, of course, Jacob's trouble, the famine of the word. Your foes will be your own household. Now we do hear people saying that they're the Hamashiach, but some people are saying that they're the anointed one in different ways. But in that verse, it says that they will say that they are Yahushua Hamashiach. I only heard one person say he is Yahushua, right? But it haven't got worse, right? It haven't got worse, right? The elect haven't got persecuted, right? Their faith truly haven't got tested, right? I don't think we're fully at 98, right? We could probably be at a good 80 something, right? But it's no percentage, right? Until we beamed up, it's truly no percentage. Just all is not fulfilled. Luke 24:44 says, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled which were written in the law of Moses and in the prophets and in the Psalms concerning me. Yes, Deuteronomy 18, 15, 18, 19. Yes, that was prophesied for the time of Yahushua being on the earth. But even when Yahushua was gone, those same verses apply to us now. And people are doing the same thing that they did in the time of Yahushua, that they didn't believe in the Savior. Right? So guess what? Those same things have to be fulfilled on this side too, right? Because it goes hand in hand. We are them same descendants that came, and guess what? It's people that don't believe in his name. It's people that don't believe in Yahushua. No, it's Yahweh only. It's Yah only. Guess what? That's the same spirit in the same time of Yahushua. The Pharisees only believe in Yahweh only. So a lot of y'all are children of the Pharisees that only believe in Yahweh only, right? So everything has to be fulfilled. The time of the Gentiles have to be fulfilled, which is us that's coming back into the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. It has to happen, right? Esau has to become a madman on this side, right? Jacob's still able to go here, still be chilling. Yeah, you somewhere where it is racist, but Jake can still go date an Edomite right now. There's no race war. Ain't no 98%, right? Through the spirit, you ain't really putting a percentage on what is done. Now we know certain things is done, but it's a lot of things in the scriptures that is not done, right? He said 98% of prophecies is already done. I wanted to get something. I don't want to drown it too crazy, right? You know what? Let me get it. Let me just get one. Let me just get something. He said 98. We're not even close yet. We're at the end, but to say in 98, you over here saying that MOTB is not real, they added that in, and brothers want to make time longer. Any brother that's trying to make time longer, man, you got a problem on your hand, right? Brothers is prophesying that Yahushua is about that time for him to come. You know, the main prophecy that has to be fulfilled is the MOTB. If you can't see it, this brother right here, Adar Gabar, is not I am not going to promote that. I'm telling you right now, I want the end to happen ASAP. Now, I just want to get a few joints right here, you know. And if you was to watch the video, the brother smiling, he plucking up his collar like he Kanye West, he feeling himself, thinking like he's saying something right, but the man ain't teaching nothing. He's just speaking, right? So let's go into this, right? Because it's going to get worse. That's why, you know, first Jacob Trouble has to come, which is a video that's about to upload right after this live. You know, this brother is going to say again that word, stop manifesting Jacob's trouble, right? And Jacob Trouble is a part of what's going to happen before Yahushua get here. So this is 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, starting at 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Behold, the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, receive it and believe not the gods whom the Lord spake. Behold, which you can go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 14th chapter, which all idols and all gods, they wasn't here in the beginning and they're not going to be here in the end. Behold, the plagues draweth nigh and are not slack, right? As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compassed her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Jacob is going to be in this situation. So really now, even with the MOTB and in Jacob's trouble, Jacob is going to still be on the earth, right? The elect and the non-elect until Yahushua arrive, right? So if we're going to be on the earth, all of us don't got money. He said in his other video that Jake, we're living it right now. We're living it up, right? We already went through our Jacob's trouble. When the wrath of the devil or the wrath of Esau is put upon us, Revelations 12:12, Jake ain't gonna be living it up no more. You ain't gonna be able to go to the store to go get your dumb ass blunt. You're not gonna be able to go to the strip club. You're not gonna be able to be like, let's go to the basketball court, do 1-on-1. Let's play 1-on-1. Shit, it might even be hard for you to play Madden or 2K if you didn't take this MOTB that this brother just think we're going to live in a society that keeps moving. When you watch the movie The Upgrade, the dude gave this girl some money. She said, wow, you do put your gods on money. She was talking about the Edomites that's on the face of your money. You know, there's going to be a time where we're not using paper, right? He said is 98% of prophecies fulfilled. It's a precept that tell you we're going to throw our gold and our silver in the middle of the streets, right? I'm going to get that, right? Because the number one valuable spending would really be gold and silver, right? It's not really paper, right? Let's go to this real quick, because when I say something, I want to show you in the Bible. I don't want to just be a person that's just speaking off my lips. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. It says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. They shall not be they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bows because because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Starting with Israel, man. Right? Really, the ones that are true believers, we're gonna throw it away because it's no use. It's not going to be no use, because really you don't want to be caught being a part of this society when that time truly comes, right? Haggai 1:6, I believe, yeah, Haggai 1:6. A lot of us is getting money, which we have little, and putting it into our bags, putting it into your wallet, but through the spirit, it has a hole in it, right? What do? Most of your money you keep spending rent, bills, and all of that. When this system come, the elect is going to be happy that Jacob Trouble is here, the MOTB is here, because those are more steps closer to Yahushua coming, right? When more prophecies are fulfilled, that means Yahushua is on his way. You understand? The more we see false prophets, people going against the name, you got 1 minute a brother saying Yahweh Shem Shai, the next minute he only saying Yahweh exists. You got a brother saying Yahweh Shem Shai, then the next minute he say I'm gonna only say Yahweh, but I'm gonna teach in the name of Christ. Right? That's stupid. How you gonna say Yahweh's name and then go back to what Christianity had to say? You know, we're set apart. A lot of things are going to be revealed on this side. The son of perdition is revealed through brothers teaching, but truly the whole world is going to know who this man is. You understand? Right? So this is a part of Second Ezra, the 16th chapter too, because some people are they have a vineyard, people are making wine, people are planting apple trees. And then when this time comes, they're not going to be able to pluck those apples or those oranges. It's going to be people that are fleeing from persecution that don't got food, and they come across an apple tree, or a person that had a farm and now they eating tomatoes and lettuce and carrots. And that's really all the Lord, right? Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Let's go to it. Let's not just be about it. This is a good example right here. Second Ezra 16:41. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that had no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planted the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. So it's people right now that's making vineyards and farms, right? It's people that got chickens that's not being able. Guess what? It might come a time where we're fleeing from persecution. You come across some chickens and they just lay some eggs out of nowhere. You about to make some scrambled eggs, right? It's people right now, right? You got what is this? 46. It says, for strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses and take their children's captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children, right? Go watch the movie In the Woods, right? People taking captive your family, your daughter, your wife, right? Because it's going to be so scarce. It's going to be lawless in that day. It says, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons. I want to just get to one more point, and then I believe I'll leave you guys with that. Maybe we probably already read some. That was a good point right there. Yeah, I think that was the point. That was a point. That was a good point right there. But I was just kind of just showing that it's a lot that haven't got fully came into tuition that was prophesied. But yes, we're in that step of it actually fully happening. So really, these videos again that brothers do is not to force anybody to believe. We do these things to sharpen up your faith, let alone to constantly do videos to warn you that this is eventually going to happen. And right now, if your eyes is able to see this, you're already marked. So it's either you believe it or you don't. And say if you don't, you'll be a person just like this man that don't believe in this, right? So I don't know if this brother was learning on his own, and he came up with his own understanding, that would be wrong, right? Because truly teaching his word, you have to believe and know that you entered into other men's labors, right? Starting with Adam, the prophets of his time, Noah, his time, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, their time, all the way to the kings, their time, the major and minor prophets, their time, Yahushua, the disciples, and then the apostles of their time, right? And then all of us leading to this time, we all entered into other men's labors that established this ministry, right? So the doctrine should always be the same. But of course, we're in a time where the doctrine is going to be hyphened and explained way plainly in this time, because we truly know more than the prophets of old, because we're living in the time of the end time prophecies. So we're able to tell that nukes are going to destroy America. You got brothers out here saying, ain't no nuke going to destroy this place. But you see people creating nukes. You see Putin saying that he can destroy America. He can destroy half of America in 33 minutes. You know, it takes the believers, truly the elect, to truly believe in this, right? So, Lord willing, we are of that number. I'm going to play the rest of this, and then I'm going to close.
Already happened. 99% of Bible prophecy has already happened. Already happened. And yeah, there's going to be some things that still happen, and right? Yeah, we're seeing that now with the weather, and yeah, sure. But a lot of it has already happened. They have to keep you SLEEP for as long as possible, for as long as they possibly can. So they can take your SOUL can go right with them. With that, I digress. I yield. Black Americans.
He just said that your soul can go with them. He just said so that your soul can go with them. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Our soul only goes to one person. Right? Somebody can think that they can, but this is Ecclesiastes 12:7. It says, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Right? Our spirits really go to the Heavenly Father, man. What is this man talking about?
So they can take your SOUL can go right with them. With that, I digress. I yield.
So why that man didn't bring out no precepts for us to see that, man? Bug out.
Black Americans are the real children of Israel, the real Jews, the JEWSs, the real indigenous Americans, indigenous to the Americas, from the same tribe as Jesus Christ, or Yahushua, or Yahusha, or Yeshaya. All praise to the Most High.
Judah, the African Americans, is not the whole tribe. So this brother, is many angles you can hit. You can go into the 12 tribes chart, and there's other brothers and sisters that don't believe in it. But really, when you look at the people in the United States, they all line up with that chart. Plain, simple, get it. The two sticks shall be in captivity together. The two sticks represents two kingdoms. Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, talking about speaking to the bones, right? So, Lord willing, that was edifying. Lord willing, we got to the point. Lord willing, you actually grew even more into believing in the MOTB, even if you already did. Hey, the more it might itch and hit your nerves of unbelievers or niggas with the mindset thinking that they know something. This should be motivation that, we getting closer, because more people are showing that they truly don't believe in the Bible, right? Especially ones that's calling themselves Hebrew Israelites, right? So let's give all praises, glory, and honor to the one true power and his son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well through the Spirit. Lord, willing that they continue to endure and be sincere. And shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akwatiyam, that are believers of the faith and the truth. Again, shalom.